Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope. This one is for Monday the 30th of May going through until Sunday the 5th of June 2022. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm going to go through each day this week to see what the planets are doing, what relationships they form with one another, and what energy that's going to bring up. The point of these horoscopes is to try and understand the energy so that we can all use it to our advantage and have the best time possible. Now, this week I'm looking forward to because it looks really nice and quiet. At the beginning of the week, I think the major focus is on the relationship you've got with yourself. Then as the week moves on, relationships with other people, friends, partners, family, colleagues, that becomes very important. And then towards the weekend, you're very focused on your own personal journey and what you can do and how you can make progress and things like that. So it's interesting because we have Mercury, the communication planet, that goes direct this week, so communication becomes a lot easier. So taking action is something that is now much more straightforward. Remember last week we had Mercury in retrograde and we had Jupiter in Aries pushing you, and it was all about being cautious. Here on Friday the 3rd of June, Mercury goes direct, so communication becomes a lot easier, and it's a nice happy coincidence here that it goes direct on Friday and that then Saturday and Sunday are all about how you can move forward. So it's actually a good idea to let yourself be distracted by relationships as such for the majority of the week, at least until Friday, because you can get the most out of that and avoid communication problems in that sector. Okay, so starting with Monday, the 30th of May, we've got the moon in Gemini and it conjuncts the sun in Gemini. That's where we have this new moon happening. So the sun and the moon, they conjunct. The moon goes pitch black and it pulls lots of energy in. I've made a separate video on this about the meaning of the new moon and what it offers you. So if you want some more information on that, have a look at that video. But it's interesting because I remember in the new moon video, I remarked on the fact that the sun and moon was sitting at the very top of the chart. And I really feel like something is delivered to you, like some sort of meaning or understanding as it relates to you. So it's nice that Monday the 30th is kind of quiet and there isn't that much going on because you really have an opportunity to look at yourself and to understand. The Gemini moon then sextiles Chiron in Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer. And in Aries, it's all about taking action to heal wounds and to let go of the past and to make life a little lighter and more enjoyable. And Gemini is an air sign. It's about communication and ideas and perspective. So we've got a lot of kind of positive, upbeat, optimistic energy entering the chart here. And then if you couple that with personal understanding, it's like I get myself and I now have the enthusiasm to go out into the world and to do something with it. So also on Monday, because Gemini is so communicative, you'll enjoy spending time with other people. You'll be able to enjoy the present moment and not to ruminate and be somewhere else completely, but to be present and to have a good time and to laugh and to chat and to have a good connection with other people. You can also make plans on the future, particularly if they're based on discoveries that you make about yourself on Monday the 30th. Those are really tidbits of information that aren't just being delivered for the sake of it. It's like, here's some knowledge, enjoy. It's the knowledge that you can then do something with. So if I, on Monday, realize that I have an amazing talent for design, then I can train as a designer and do that if I realize it about myself. That's a very simple example, but that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. On Tuesday, the 31st of May, we've got the moon in Gemini, and that now forms a square with Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the water planet of dreams and intuition. It trines Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn is the rules, and Aquarius is the rules of society and what we all think is right and good and helpful. And it quincunxes Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto is about change. Capricorn is earth and work, so adapting in that area of life. But it's interesting because I just said a moment ago that I think the Gemini moon is so upbeat and, you know, airy, easy breezy and chatty and funny, but it's making all these heavy duty connections with the outer planets. So Neptune is outer, Saturn is an outer planet, so is Pluto. So I feel that it's kind of like you may feel a little bit overwhelmed with what you've got on your plate. It may feel like, wow, I've got a lot to do here, and little old me, I'm supposed to do all of this. So instead of working against these things that seem bigger than you and external to you, I think it's about aligning yourself with change, listening to what other people have to say and the wisdom of the group, and also your intuition, letting all those things guide you. So instead of saying, oh, Neptune, Pluto, Saturn out there intimidating me, you align yourself with them and you make the most of it. Because Gemini is able to multitask. It's often said to be two-faced because it's got these different aspects to its personality, which, I mean, all of us do, right? We're all boxers, we all have different sides. It's just more pronounced in Gemini. And the good news with that is that Gemini is so adaptable and it's able to incorporate different influences and highlight different parts of the personality. So making friends, I feel, on Tuesday, the 31st of May is key. Whether it's with the other planets or with other people in your life, it's that sense of, I'm accessible, I'm open to what you have to say, I want to connect with you. I think that kind of attitude is going to take you very far on Tuesday. So overall, with all this air stuff, we've got you being super inspired in terms of your intuition, and you also get a lot out of the creative process. That's going to feel like a meditative practice in itself. You may get some news or become aware of a work opportunity or an opportunity for a move. So if you've been looking to change locations or to change your working situation, Tuesday is a good day to accept what's coming in, to believe it, and then to make other plans based on this new information that you're getting. Then we're moving into June, Wednesday, the 1st of June. We've got the moon going into Cancer at 7:49 in the morning. The moon rules Cancer, so it's very happy in that placement. It's very intuitive, it's very family-oriented, it's receptive to other people's feelings, it's empathetic, and it's interested in the unit, in people who love and care about you, and vice versa. The Cancer moon then squares Jupiter and Mars in Aries, so there's friction between the family and what I want to connect with versus me alone as the boss, the pioneer, rushing off to pursue my own destiny. So it's a back and forth. The Cancer moon also sextiles Venus and Taurus. So with that Venus and Taurus, I think that's the decider of the conflict, because if there is kind of a tendency to say, I want to go my own way and do stuff, remember Mercury is still in retrograde. So you may make progress, but there may be errors inherent in that progress. And Venus is the planet of love and beauty and creativity. And with the moon in Cancer, it really opens things up for you to enjoy your relationship. So that's what I would say would be a better focus, because you get more out of it. And I think overall on Wednesday, the 1st of June, it's a great day and a great time for relationships with friends and family and colleagues and everybody in your life, basically. There's a sense of adventure, and you may be more interested in taking time off and spending that time socializing and exploring, and you're very likely to be less interested in work and getting things done. So if that Jupiter and Mars Aries motivation says, hey, I want to do something, then do it with other people and go have fun somewhere. Romantic connections and new experiences are on the top of your priority list. So, you know, I don't know if they still do this, but years ago it was very trendy. They had like these gift opportunity things that you could buy people, like a ride in a luxury car or in a hot air balloon ride, or, you know, things like that. So I'm not saying you have to buy someone that kind of a present, but it's this thing of an experience as a gift. So you can gift yourself by saying, I'm doing something that is an experience that's thrilling and new and unfamiliar. Particularly those kind of things are really gonna tick the box. We've got Thursday, the 2nd of June. We've still got the moon in Cancer, and it squares Chiron in Aries and sextiles Uranus in Taurus. So that's interesting, because the conflict between doing your own thing and other people, that's kind of resolved, because being around other people who love you and care about you, that's going to feel super nurturing. So Wednesday, Thursday particularly are all about your connection with other people. The Cancer moon also sextiles Uranus and Taurus. So there may be a strong connection with your environment. You may feel very connected to a place or enjoy nature or be very impacted by certain changes that are happening in your external environment. Okay. Ultimately, with the Aries and Cancer energy, you may want to take the lead on something that affects you and other people. So strong relationships may continue, but now there's also a bit of conflict possible because there's people are vying for control. People want to be in the lead and say, I know the solution, let's do it my way. So if you have a solution that you think is good and appropriate, do share it with other people, even if there is competition, and make sure you express yourself. As long as you get it out there, I think that's important, and leaving it to other people. So if people do pick up on that and use it, great. If not, then just try and accept that for what it is and say, okay, they're going with someone else's idea. It's not personal, it's about the ideas. You may also get some positive news about your work or finances on Thursday. Moving on to Friday, the 3rd of June, hooray, we've got Mercury, the communication planet. It finally goes direct. So all the little headachy, annoying things improve and ease off, like the computer not turning on and the postman delivering into the wrong mailbox and stuff like that. The Cancer moon opposes Pluto in Capricorn. So now I want to protect the family unit and I want to shield myself from any unwanted changes in my working life or in the real world. Trines Neptune in Pisces, I want to live in a little bubble. Quincunxes Saturn in Aquarius, it's almost like my place in the community is super important to me. And it sextiles Mercury in Taurus. So you're really buying into this whole idea of teamwork, getting things done as a unit, and you actually enjoy that. So if you're in a situation where you do work with other people, or where you do stuff as a family, those things are going to be super enjoyable. I remember I was at a work retreat in Australia once and they did a scavenger hunt. It was really fun, but it was also really good for all the employees from the company who'd never seen each other to get to know each other. It was a really fun activity. So that kind of stuff I really like on Friday. The moon goes into Leo at 8:38 in the evening. So the moon in Leo is very much about me in the spotlight. And that's what kicks off the weekend here, with now the focus being on your journey and what you can do on your own, independently of others. The Leo moon also trines Jupiter in Aries. So it's this need now to make progress, to be in the spotlight, to lead. And we've been seeing little whisperings of that on Thursday, Friday, with you wanting to take charge of a situation. But now the focus shifts on Friday going into the weekend. I want to take charge of my situation, regardless of what other people think and feel. So on Friday, communication becomes a lot easier. There may be some family issues that are being discussed. A brainstorming session could actually lead to a resolution. Again, teamwork is supported here. You're still interested in having your voice heard. So again, it's great if you can make a contribution and other people are picking up on that. But if you're not being listened to, just keep a lid on it and see where you can take control of your own life and where you can use this energy that motivates you and urges you to progress in your own, in different areas of your life that you're in charge of, that exist independently of other people. So great, if you're in a team situation and you make a contribution and you can feel like you're leading somehow or contributing, that's great. If that doesn't work out, then focus how you can be a pioneer in your own life for you. And the key thing is that you take on that position of leadership and you use the certainty and motivation to say, okay, I'm going to move in this direction now. That's what I think is super key. If you don't use that energy, I think you can become frustrated and irritable. Saturday, the 4th of June, we have Saturn going retrograde. Now, Saturn is an outer planet. So the personal planets are Mercury, Mars, and Venus. The outer planets are Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. And in terms of your birth chart and the astrology in general, I pay attention to the retrogrades of the personal planets because they have a specific impact on you. The outer planets, not so much, because they stay in retrograde. I mean, there's 5 of them, so they have different rhythms and stuff, but around 6 months. And it's outer planets, so it's more of an effect on other people, society, or humanity as a whole. So with Saturn being in Aquarius and going retrograde, You're not so easily influenced by the rules and instructions of other people, and you're more willing to think for yourself and even how you can independently undermine an existing institution or way of looking at the world. So it gives you a lot more independence. The Leo moon then also, me, independence in the limelight, it squares Uranus and Venus in Taurus. So I want to get creative. I want to make changes in my life, again, independently of other people. So you can feel now that the tune is really changing here. The Leo moon also trines Mars and Chiron in Aries, my ideas, my control, my healing, and sextiles the sun in Gemini. I want to express all of that and make it happen quickly. So on Saturday, you're much less focused on relationships now, and you're much more interested in your relationship with your relationships with your future, your work, with nature, the arts, and what could be. Personal discoveries are super meaningful to you on this day, so make sure you spend a bit of time alone, again, having one of those experiences, or learning, meditating, praying, getting creative, anything that you can enjoy independently. Sunday, the 5th of June, we've got the Leo moon forming an opposition with Saturn in Aquarius. So now you're keeping other people and their opinions very much at arm's length, and it's all about what you enjoy. It squares Mercury and Taurus, so you want to adapt your circumstances based on what you feel, not the other way around. Quincunxes Neptune in Pisces and Pluto in Capricorn. So your intuition really guides you, and you're willing to change things, and you're actually looking forward to change. You embrace change. So the Leo moon is not something I'd usually associate with the Hermit, because it's so fun and it's at the height of summer and things. But with the opposition to Saturn and Neptune and Pluto, again, it's this personal quality versus all the outer planets. And I think you're in Hermit mode, but the Hermit who is being very creative and who's getting a lot done and who's very happy working on his own. Making plans for the future and looking at what you can change in your life based on your needs and your desires, those kind of ideas and that focus will yield really good results. So ask yourself, what can I do on my own to affect positive change here in my life? So it looks really positive. It looks like you can get a lot done, but also like you can really enjoy yourself and let yourself be kind of recharged by other people, and to just enjoy a good time here. Yep. So that's what I get for you this week. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you'd like a personal reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a bit until you get to the Book Your Readings button. Click on that to order your reading with me. And in my personal readings, I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology, and I combine all three. I draw up your birth chart by taking your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. And then I've got a wheel and a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. And it tells me a lot about you. It's like a blueprint of your soul, I would say. It's really fascinating in terms of what it offers. So it talks about your life purpose and relationships and what's coming up in future, places to live. So if you have any questions at all that you want me to look at and answer for you, please do get in touch for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing week. Check out the video on the new moon in Gemini, and I'll speak to you next week. All the best.